thing is 99% of people, 99% of the time, when they pee, they poop, or when they poop, they pee. And that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that 99, that's a lot. That's a lot. All I'm saying is there are small exceptions. The fact that maybe you poop multiple times in the day, so you already peed with the other poops, or you have,
What kind of images is supposed to be putting up during this TikTok?
Or you just peed before you poop. Hamilton wrote the other 51. Why do you write like you're running out of time? How do you think like you're running out of time? Every day you're running out of time. Even at time when you're running out of time.
Drake, you've been listening to Hamilton so much your hair has turned white.
How do you write like you needed to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? The second you're alive, every second you're alive. Asking me to leave. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need.
Baby, you've been playing this every day instead of going to work. Your job has been calling non-stop. When you come home? When you come?
Runs Treasury or State Department?
Treasury. Let's go.
Alexander.
I have to leave.
Alexander.
Look around.
Look around and look like we are to be alive right now.
I love that you love Hamilton, but you're not Hamilton.
Listen up.
I don't even know how you spelled your hair that way.
And we'll be satisfied. Satisfied. Throw away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot.
Are you done? You okay now?
Yeah,
we have a
I'm
podcast
good.
to do.
Okay.
We've been sitting here for an hour.
Okay.
Okay. Hamilton too. We did a whole podcast.
Yeah, but I wasn't as into Hamilton on the last podcast. I mean, it's okay. Like I didn't really like it that much. It was all right. Welcome back to Two Recliners.
Yep.
My name is Drake.
I'm Justice, and we're reclining.
And we are here today to talk about some new movies
and some old movies.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just woke up.
We're talking about...
His singing was so loud it woke me up.
We're talking about... Wait, hold on.
Chewy's rubbing against your shoe, Drake.
Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, we're the Two Recliners Pod. Every week we talk about what we watched that week and more. Some of the things that we have watched but not watched that week. But this week we are talking about things that we watched this week. Oh, well, actually, the one thing we watched a couple weeks ago, but...
Couple weeks ago.
We should have talked about it technically in one of our podcast episodes, and we forgot that we watched it that week. But we're going to talk about it this week.
Yeah.
Chewy, stop smelling my shoe!
He's like shoving his face into... Our cat's shoving his face into your shoe.
Oh, yeah. That feels good.
You like stinky shoes.
Ew!
Ew. Chewy! The shoes are like radioactive.
Yep. Anyway, make sure to follow us on our social medias at Two Recliners Pod. We've been having a pretty intense TikTok page.
Yep.
Our YouTube was doing like really good for a little bit, but now it's been our TikTok recently. Our TikTok's been kind of doing pretty well. By the way, Justice does all of our TikToks now and shorts. I did them at the beginning, but I have switched full operation over to her.
I'm sure y'all can tell the immediate change in quality.
Yeah, I do all the stuff for YouTube, at least, other than the shorts, but I do the actual videos and stuff like that thumbnails and everything like that, but we are kind of drifting away from our reaction videos. If anybody cares, we are not doing our Peacemaker reactions or South Park reactions here for a couple weeks just because we have school, but we're going to come back.
We are being educated.
Yeah, it's just too much right now, but we are going to come back and do the final couple episodes of Peacemaker of the season, do those reactions, and then when Stranger Things comes out, we will probably do full reactions for that. So that will be coming out probably right about the time Peacemaker ends. So that will be pretty interesting to see. Also, that will all drop at once so we can record reactions
because
straight.
None of y'all cared about our other stuff. So why do we owe you anything, right? We only care about your views and you getting us money and fame.
Yep. Wait. What?
I care about talking about film and movies.
No. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, in this little podcast here, we talk about our little movies. We do little games and little fun things now. We got a lot of little things now planned out that's different than the other episodes. But we also do a big fucking board segment where I rank my things that I watch and the previous things that I've watched on my big board. We also do a lazy masterpiece where
board is so big.
Justice draws a little masterpiece throughout our
example.
Oh, sure.
No. Oh my God, Alexander Hamilton.
The tape isn't good enough. Okay. Anyway.
Well, Hamilton died, so did he, I guess.
So Justice draws her lazy masterpiece. And then we also, I will say that for this specific podcast, it depends on how concentrated the podcast is on a specific topic. But this one is going to have time codes in the description. So you can skip to whichever segment that you want to see, or if by chance you don't want to have spoilers for certain things, because we are going to go into spoilers for every single project that we're talking about. Our layout is that we're going to go over the Together movie first, and then we're going to go through the War of Worlds movie, and then we're going to go through the Mist, the old Mist movie. So 2 new movies, 1 older movie. So if you haven't seen Together, maybe skip to War of the Worlds or skip to the Mist. I don't care, whatever you guys want to do, but just leaving that there for you guys. And so what are we watching now, and what did we watch this week?
We watched So Happy Together. I can't. Wait, copyright.
I can't say anything nobody but you for all my life.
Anyways, we watched the horror movie together. I loved it. I thought it was great. We also watched.
We watched War of the Worlds. Yeah. We watched that last night. We just watched together the night before that. But realistically, what we were watching through the other half of the week was Wednesday. This episode was supposed to be Wednesday, but we didn't finish it quick enough. We just didn't have time to watch all 2 seasons.
Yeah, so far it's pretty average.
So anyway, we're like halfway through the first season. We're gonna finish that over this weekend, and we're gonna have the second season finished by next week. So next week will be the Wednesday episode, I promise.
You see how I triggered him?
We need to make sure that next week is the Wednesday episode.
See how he looked at me like he wanted to kill me?
But The Mist, we actually watched this a couple weeks ago at Justice's mom's house, and to be honest, I was sleeping kind of half asleep through like part of it, but
my family's very chaotic too.
Yeah, I couldn't really pay attention, so I was just trying to go to sleep and stay away from it.
We'll be watching a movie.
But I actually ended up, I only missed 15 or 20 minutes of it, and then I came back and I watched the rest, and I was awake enough for the beginning of it, so
we'll be watching.
I've seen the majority of the movie, and I just read a Wikipedia thing, so I really didn't miss much.
We'll be watching a movie, and then we'll have family members stand right in front of the TV and start asking us questions about what do we want to eat, or if we like the movie, or if they want to do anything after.
Yeah.
Hello. I slicked the hair back in a wig, but it's just slowly levitating higher and higher. I smoothed it down.
I mean, it looks beautiful, by the way.
Sorry, your real hair, not a wig.
Yeah, this is not a wig.
It's not a wig. I was blessed by my mummy.
All right, so I guess we can go over the Together movie.
Yeah, and I have my opinions on it. And I actually think...
No! Excuse me, I have an opinion.
What?
Well, if we want to talk about the movie, sorry, I thought I heard Chewie say something.
Yes, you did.
Oh, Chewie. Oh, sorry. Chewie has something to say about the movie.
Well, obviously I want to talk about the movie, you imbecile. Now, I have some important things to say. Now,
What, Chewie? What do you want to say?
well, just to say again, it's nice to finally be heard and listened to, but honestly, I have so many things I want to mention, and I care about film, and that's why I'm talking now.
You like to talk about movies? When in a sense has he liked movies?
I don't know, but I mean, if you want to say something, go ahead. I don't want to hold you back from, your true self.
Now, yes, I do care about movies, and after hearing your moronic commentary, I've decided to share my thoughts. This is an F-tier movie!
Whoa,
Chewie! Why?
Why would you say that?
The effects are terrible. The romance is garbage. The acting is mediocre at best. And don't even get me started on the ending. The liberals are trying to brainwash us with their them
Whoa. We don't need to get into that. Okay, let's just.
We don't need to know about your politics, buddy.
Yeah. This is a very friendly channel to all audiences, and honestly, I think you're getting a little bit farther than just political.
Oh my gosh.
God, that is the worst thing I've ever heard anyone say.
Okay, we need to go over this movie.
Go to get your food. It's time for you to eat anyways.
Okay.
Jesus.
Anyway, Together is this movie about this pool of water in this cave.
Yeah.
And it's magical.
Gray. And these two people.
Basically.
Yeah, and these two people, while they're, hiking, they get a little lost and they fall into this cave, this couple that just moved in together. And even though they've been hiking for probably a couple hours and, there's a pool of water in the middle of a deep, dark cave that's dark water, they decide to drink it for some odd reason. I would never do that. But
he drinks it.
He drinks it, yeah. She's smart enough to be like, no, I don't need to drink it. And also, for some reason, the rainstorm isn't that bad, but he's like, we can't leave. We have to take shelter here.
Yeah.
Look through the rain. But anyways, that's probably the biggest thing I have with this movie. So we're just taking that out of the way.
Yeah, so basically he finds this cave, he drinks the water, and
weird shit starts happening.
He basically becomes like a magnet to his girlfriend. At first it's just more attraction than usual. He just likes her more than usual and wants to be around her.
Yeah,
but then it gets exponentially more terrible, and they start actually fusing together basically, and they can't stop it. Their bodies are literally magnetized to get against each other. Also, it changes at a certain point in the movie when she kind of starts.
Well, it's because they're blood mixed.
Yeah. So
now whatever he had, she has it now too.
Yeah, it was a very interesting movie.
It was so creative.
Yeah, the main characters was Millie Wilson and Tim Brassington. Mm-hmm. I didn't know her name throughout the whole movie. I looked that up, but I knew his name was Tim. Millie Wilson is played by Alison Brie. She voiced Diane in BoJack Horseman. That's where we know her from.
Chewie would call her the Wookiee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tim is Dave Franco, which I'm assuming is James Franco's brother.
Assuming.
So, he did look familiar in the movie, but that's definitely not because he has the same face as James Franco.
Gotta say, very hot couple, by the way. Very using a picture of them smiling, laughing together for a Walmart. Picture frame.
So did you say that they're a real couple in real life?
They're married.
They're married?
They're married in real life. And they've gotten interviews where they're like, was it harder? And they're like, no. And they helped make the movie too. So
that's fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm helped. I think they were directors. What did the directors? I don't want to.
I don't know. We can see.
Directors of Together.
No. Director was Michael Shanks. Producers, they're both producers.
That's what it is. My sister told me they were directors, so we're just checking that before. Thanks for the fucking misinformation, Juliana.
Anyway, we got the opening of the movie is basically these dogs go down into the cave, and then one of them, they both drink the water, and then they fuse together, and basically this. Which, let me tell you,
that's just a really simple explanation of how they shot the scene. I don't really get scared. during horror movies or anything like that. But maybe it's because I was high as shit during like the first like half hour. But I don't know, body horror freaks me out. And like the quick shot they have of these dogs fusing. It's not like, if you don't see the movie, you think, oh, something's fusing together. It's like magical. No, it's like if they actually got two physical bloody meat people like us and crushed their bones and muscles together. You hear all the sounds, you see the cracking, you like the blood being pushed, the bones being pushed around everywhere. It's very good special effects, I must say. I mean, Chewie thinks that they're terrible, but I think they're really, really good.
Yeah.
There was a moment where I was like, that looks awful, like, in any way.
Yeah. Basically, after those dogs, we kind of get to know the main characters. Tim's like this musician. Millie is basically becoming a teacher in this town. Basically, Tim's dad has been... He died, and his mother had been with his corpse or something. Like, basically in bed. She stayed... His corpse, she was there with his rotting corpse, and then Tim like has nightmares about this. I don't know really how this connects to everything else though.
I think it connects to
like
how he's not emotionally doing well, and because the whole movie is found out kind of, it's like this is like a codependent relationship. Like the situation they're in is that they're living together, she loves him, but she kind of like drives him everywhere, and she's trying to further her career, but then also he's trying to have a career, but it's like not working out. He has no job. He's like trying to pursue his stuff with his band, but she's not working out well, and like he's very distant from her, and like they haven't been intimate. That's why all this stuff is like so sudden, and she's very forward in the beginning with like him wanting to be around her to an extent, but after this weird stuff starts happening and they basically bloods mix, it's just, there's a really cool twist in this movie too that I really like that I didn't expect.
Yeah, there was a pretty good twist. So basically, what's her name, Millie? She tries to propose to Tim.
Yeah, which by the way,
friend gathering.
Terrible proposal.
It was a terrible proposal. I don't understand. Like it was like no ring.
No ring, and you haven't talked about this at all in front of all your friends.
Very odd, and also considering that they were going through like obviously some issues.
But some people do that. Some people really do shit like that all suddenly, and that I think it kind of shows like their relationship not being stable.
To be honest, her character really annoyed me for a good portion of this movie. I know he was kind of like a bum, but she was like really aggravating me in this movie, and that doesn't happen a lot in recent films. She basically, like, for one, like with that, like why did she even do that? But at the same time, going past that, she does not believe this guy or even question the fact that their freaking skin is sticking together throughout this whole movie until the very end. I know, like it's played off as like comedy at the end where she's like,
what do you mean near the end? It wasn't near the end.
Well, when they officially like really start fusing together, she's like, I'm sorry I didn't believe you, and he's like, yeah, like it's like a funny thing, like I believe you now. But like, okay, the first time with the mildew with their legs, it's like, okay, that doesn't really make sense, but it's okay to go past that.
I would never think that we're bodies. I would just think we're like sitting in something in the cave that's like weird.
Right, but like after that, it happens a second time with their lips too. And it's like she thought he bit her, but like I feel like you'd be able to tell the difference between a bite and your lips literally like stretching.
I guess, Drake, but like what other explanation? Like you're saying this is weird, but like think about it. If this happened in real life, would you really start thinking our bodies are actually slowly fusing together?
I still wouldn't be like, you bit me, and then like don't talk to me. Like he's like, no, I didn't bite you.
She wasn't mad because he bit her. She was mad because he immediately switched off and like didn't want to have.
I know, but anymore. She was like.
She was saying, "Oh, you bit me."
I know, but it was just like they didn't question it at all. And then even it happens again in the stall.
Oh, they have sex in a little boy's room.
Yeah, with them doing it, and he gets stuck inside her, and they're just like, "Oh, maybe it's just like, I don't know, we haven't done it in a while." But like that doesn't make any sense. It hurt. Like they ripped something off of his thing,
and
like
she ripped something off of her.
Yeah, like, and she's just like, and then she's worried about her job and stuff, and like, but like they just keep skipping over the fact.
I don't think so his problem relationship is that he's different.
I'm sorry, after like a couple times of them getting stuck together, I don't know how you'd be like, okay, but even with all this other stuff going on, what the hell is going on? Why are we getting like, what is sticking us together at this point? They don't even question it once.
Well, that's the thing, is that I think what's happening is these are the toxic parts of the relationship. He is distant, not really trying to be like emotionally there for her. She is trying to push all these problems to the side and ignore them and move on. That's basically how they react to these problems in the movie. Like, her friend brings up the problem. She's like, your boyfriend doesn't have a job. Like, are you going to do something? And she's like, it's fine. It's no big deal. Like, it's no problem. I'm just going to focus on this. It's all going to be fine. She ignores everything and proposes in front of everybody. So that's like her character, and all her actions are like embodied around that, because this whole movie feels like a commentary on.
Oh, not to mention the hair too. There's another time when the hair got stuck in his throat, and it's like
that, yeah,
like that happened.
That would have been like, I'm like, there's a demon,
right? That happened, and they're like, I don't know, like what happened there, and he's like, I don't know.
You're right, that is realistic,
but like throughout the whole movie, he's like trying to tell her like it's not me, like something. Well,
she does think there is something wrong. She does. She tells him to go to a doctor. She's like, you need to see somebody.
He's like, something's wrong, like, but she's not questioning like anything, and like she's getting so angry at him.
Because
and
he's refusing to go to a doctor.
I get that he's like, he has these other issues, but I just feel like realistically in this situation, we would sit down and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Well,
for just like 5 minutes.
That's the thing, though. They aren't going to sit down and talk to each other. That's what the couple is, I think. And also, she does tell him, she's like, you need to see someone. You need to go to a doctor. Like, this is not normal. And he's like, I'm fine.
I don't know. I feel like the writers just wanted them to avoid the whole fact that they were sticking together for the first half of the movie.
He did go to a doctor anyways, and I don't think he told her about it, too.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the doctor didn't even tell him anything.
Well, they
gave him the
which
pills.
Actually helped, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I just feel like it's obviously just a trick by the writers. They wanted like the first half of the movie to not be like, obviously they don't want them to like completely be fusing together at the beginning of the movie, or else the movie would go too quickly. So the first half of the movie, they just need these little things to happen that are like scary enough, but like not like enough to send them over the edge. But I feel like it was too much, especially with the hair, especially with them getting stuck together in the stall, and they just don't acknowledge the fact that they're sticking together.
I think that's kind of like the purpose behind the movie, though, is like I've said it repeatedly, but I really do think that it is stretched a little bit to show like the issues with their relationship, kind of. I mean, when something that crazy is happening and you also want the audience to focus on the codependency, like you're going to do a few little things that a normal couple would. Because like, really think about it, a couple would be like freaking out and like no story would really progress after that, probably.
So anyway, back to the cave. He drinks this water as if he's like dying of thirst. Yes. He just went into this cave. Like I can't even imagine. That would be the last possible thing that I would do. Yeah, they haven't been like out there for days. Like there's water coming from the cave too. Right. You could have just drank the rainwater, or like there's no way he's thirsty, and he's just like. She even says, she's like, "Don't drink that," and he's like, "Why not?" It just felt like one of those like moments in like old horror movies where like they go, like one of the characters just does something stupid, and it's just like, it's so stupid. Like, you know, it has to happen because that's why you like that's why you like the first Scream movie a lot. What? Because you saw like kind of like horror stereotypes be broken, and then like her being smart about stuff. Yeah, like I do. I do like the first Scream movie specifically. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was, I don't know. No, I thought it was a little dumb too, but. There's so much, for movies like that, stuff like that doesn't really bother me too much, because it's kind of like, just like, how enjoyable is the movie? Like, you have these little things that don't make sense. As long as it's not something that's happening, like, repeatedly throughout the entire movie, like, to where it's, like, so distracting. I mean, it's just to get the plot going. I understand that, and I understand the other part was just trying to get the attention of the audience going throughout the first half of the movie, and throw in little seeds of them sticking together before actually like really going full into it. But I don't know, maybe if they could have figured out some other plot device to maybe explain that better. I mean, I don't know, maybe it didn't need it, I don't know, but it does. No, I think it's a good thing that take away some of the realism. I like it because it's like all these, like in a real battle, all these problems are happening, and they're just like
let's just ignore it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's just like move on. Let's just do our thing. And then like in real relationships like that, then they just come together randomly, like physically, and they just like are stuck to each other. That's how real toxic relationships are.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, the first thing that happens is their legs get stuck together in the cave, and that's not really super unbelievable that they would just be like, maybe it was something in the cave. The second one is when their lips get stuck together. The third one is with the hair.
Yeah, which I don't think it's anything either, because
her hair literally like goes down his throat in the middle of the night. She wakes up to him choking on her hair, and she pulls it out. It's Chewie.
Oh God, I thought there's something in her ceiling. Chewie, you can't stop us from talking about this movie. You want to come over here and relax? No, okay, then just chill out. Goodness.
So, what was I going to say?
Well, we were talking about the different things. I would say with the hair, at least maybe excuse is that she was, in her mind, was probably saying, I was tired, I was seeing things, and he was probably thinking, it was fine, I was probably just choking on hair. Like, that's probably, if they really sat and talked about it, that'd be their explanations. He's probably like, it's probably fine, whatever, I was probably just choking on your hair or something, and she was saying, I was sleepy, what I saw wasn't anything that actually happened.
Maybe, I don't know. I just feel like if this stuff happened to me, I'd be way more questioning it. Like, even if it's supernatural, I would be like, is this supernatural? Like, is it supernatural?
No, when it starts happening to her, that's when she's saying, like, we gotta go to a doctor, we gotta go to a hospital.
Yeah.
And he's saying no. So that's another thing that shows to her character, is that when it's happening to him, she's just kind of like ignoring it, but then when it finally happens to her, she's like, we got to do something about it now. Because that's easier to ignore with him.
So basically, there's this really cool scene too, where he's in the shower and she's driving, and they shoot they shoot it in this really cool way where they like flip the camera with her driving to
like it's like
direction.
a GPS tracker,
and
like
he
he's an arrow pointing
towards her, like, and he's like flying around in the shower like a magnet, like a GPS.
Oh, there's some really good shots with the attraction like that. Like there's this other scene that like creeped me out when
it's really cool.
He's in the study room and she's finally like infected now, and her face just slams up against the glass, and he moves and she's just sliding her face on the glass. And first you think, oh, she's on her. No, it cuts to her and her feet are like inches off the ground. Like she's like floating against the glass. And eventually we learn that the more tired they are, that's when the physical parts of their brain takes over. Which again is kind of like in a relationship. It's like the less they think about all the problems and they like come back together again.
Yeah.
But then they use the muscle relaxant to kind of like let their bodies have less control over their actions.
Yeah. Then we meet this guy named Jamie McCabe.
He's like her boss.
I never got his name in the movie, but
yeah, he's hiring her for this teacher position that she's been really working towards.
He works at this school, and also this town is a pretty small town, it seems like. But this guy is very like
out in the middle of nowhere. They emphasize
at first, and this is what I really like about this character, is at first they make it seem like he's like basically a love interest of her, like he's peeking into their relationship, and it's all red herring in the end.
Yeah, it feels like she it's gonna be, there's gonna be a scene where like she makes out with him, and then
so like because she's feeling frustrated with her boyfriend, and then this guy comes in, it seems like he's trying to like.
He's like, you want to talk about it, like her boss.
But then she goes to his house eventually, and then spoilers, basically.
No, actually, before you get to the big thing, spoilers, he's gay.
Yeah, so we learn he's gay, that's kind of where you go, wait a second.
Oh, he's nice.
All the thoughts that I had about him before, that's gone.
Yeah, so now he's just a really nice, kind.
So now, what's the real story about him?
I was thinking, oh, well, he's a really nice person. He wants to show him their wedding video.
No.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh.
Once it was like, oh, he's not a romantic interest, it was like, shoot, what else is he a part of?
I assumed that what was going to happen was that the first thing was that he was going to see them together and he was going to interpret it as them cheating. But really, we learned that he's gay. But then after they kind of started showing more about the church, I was like, this is a cult in this town.
Yeah.
Like, there's some cult happening, which, by the way, that's when we get onto the next part after a lot more shenanigans happen with them. Yeah,
I love the red herring that with the relationship, like that he was basically that, because it makes you take away from the idea that maybe he's the villain. I mean, to be honest, he's the only other character in the movie, so if there was going to be a human villain, but I didn't know if there was going to be a human villain. And really, nothing was ever really resolved with him, so really his villain arc was never really addressed. She just escaped him, and then they merged.
Is he really a villain?
I mean, he's the antagonist in a way. He's furthering.
Okay, so to explain the plot of what happened, is there anything in between this that we should talk about that happens in this film?
He's gay.
Chewie would have opinions about that. Okay.
Okay, so the bathroom stall scene.
Oh yeah.
Mention that. So in the bathroom stall.
I was suspicious when this happened.
This was interesting.
I was very suspicious when this happened. I was like, what?
Yeah, so they have
he's been like a magnet, and she has been wanting him. They haven't had sex for months, is what she said. Like, they haven't been intimate for months, and that's probably why she did that big show, because she was like, maybe this will push us over into the next part. Like, let me propose, and it's gonna be so romantic in front of all our friends. We're moving away. But he has that weird, like, infection in him that's, like, pulling him towards her. So, by the way, he throws away his gig. He was supposed to go to this gig with his friends, and it's another step in maybe him progressing into, like, having a music career. Throws it away. Like, his brain is fucking with him at the train station. He leaves all of his stuff there, which, by the way, that was painful to see. All of his expensive equipment being left there by the train. He goes to her job, and she's like, what are you doing? And he just starts kissing her, and he's like, I need you, like, right now. And her being someone who's, like, so desperate, and I mean, kind of stupid how she does this, but you understand, you're like, oh, in her mind, this might be the only time they ever do this. So she's desperate for them to be close to each other. They go into the closest private place they have, which is the bathroom, children's bathroom, and they start doing it, and a little boy comes in, and like, you can see his feet, so he hears something, and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna tell an adult. And they start freaking out, being like, all right, let's stop. Well, it turns out their parts are stuck to each other because of the stickiness, and they pull and pull, and it is painful. It's really painful. They get a shot of, like, him being pulled away from her, and that shot's not going up on our TikTok, by the way. But the teacher comes in, and she's finally gotten away, and he's like, everything okay? And she's like, oh yeah, it's fine. And she starts bleeding, and he assumes that it was just a period, like, emergency lady thing. But as he's walking away, he sees the boyfriend's
stupid ass boyfriend.
Stupid fuck. I was like, oh my god! Like, he barely left. Wait a few seconds. He steps down, and he's like, oh! But they move on. He doesn't address it. Later, when she comes to apologize, he just says it's just lady. Real boss at whoever hired her at an elementary school would be like, you're fired.
Yeah.
Like, you are not working here.
But
it's just like for your first day.
That means he did know, and he wanted them. He didn't say anything because he wanted them to actually fuse together in the end.
Yeah.
His goal was to do that, and I think if he would have punished her for that, maybe they would have split apart. So
because he's like, just let the process happen.
Yeah.
Basically. Because what we see later, after there's this horrible scene, I think. This horrible scene where they, like, their arms are stuck together, like they have this huge fight.
Yeah, so basically, their arms get stuck together overnight. Also, at this point, we find out that there was a previous couple that went to the same, like, house or went to the same area, had this picture, and he finds out that basically they were, they must have fused together too in some way, or went through the same thing that they did. But then their arms fused together. Yeah, so their arms fused together. Finally, she believes him. At this point, they're, like, magnetized against each other, because at this point, his blood has entered her. So then she has this same magnet against her.
The scene they have, because they try and separate, the scene that they have, their bones basically, their bodies are so desperate for each other that as he's trying to grab the door, his rib cage, like, moves to basically pull himself. Like, his bones are now, like, clawing against. So his back is pulling him along past the ground. And, like, her body, the way she did, I guess the stunt double they had was, like, what is it called? You know those people that can, like, move their bodies so weird like that? Do you remember what it's called?
Contortion?
Contortion?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Contour. They do contour.
Contorting.
But, and they, like, the way they move her body, it's like, the sound effects are so good. Like, I love the way, it's like their hand is, like, pulling them towards each other. Yeah. Really, really good effects. And their arms are, like, completely fused, like, from this down. Yeah. And, like, it looks so painful. Which you learn later is the more you fight it, the more, like, painful it is.
She is kind of a badass because she does decide to cut
She is a
through.
fucking badass.
She does
After that, I was like, damn, girl.
yeah, once
you're cooler than me.
No, once she realizes it's real, she really like gets the initiative and goes. But like, she just annoyed me in the first half where she was just like dismissing everything. But
Yeah, it was all
I
the
guess that's
denial.
part of her character.
It's all the denial.
I get that. But yeah, she.
Which she denial too. All this stuff was happening, and he was like, "I'm fine."
I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't bad either, because he was like, he did have like. But I guess a lot of his transgressions come before the movie even starts, like him just being not there.
Yeah,
with
he's
her,
not supporting
not
her.
lazy
Like, this
or
is,
whatever, or I don't know. Anyway, at that point, after they break apart, they use the muscle relaxers from the doctor to get themselves apart and stay apart for a time
they take
being.
so much, which by was a funny scene. They're smoking muscle relaxers. That was kind of funny. But
Snorting.
it's not snorting. I didn't mean smoking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they take so much that by the time they fully pull away, they are just like unconscious completely. Like they are gone. She wakes up and she's like, I really wish that you weren't awake. She's like, I was really hoping you were going to stay asleep a little longer. He's tied to a chair because she knows he's not going to stay still, and just saws through their arms. Their arms just got far enough to where it's just like their skin connecting. I couldn't watch it. I had to keep looking away. Oh, it was so painful. And then I saw some person being like, after all that, they're just sitting on the ground eating. They're up all night. They just tore their arms, like blood everywhere. Like they need to sit for a second. They probably lost so much blood, and they need to just like breathe before doing anything else. I wouldn't be getting up for a while. I'd just be like,
So at that point, after they get separated, basically she goes and she's gonna go try to like figure everything out, and she tells him to stay there. What ends up happening? She goes to the gay guy's house, finds out he's gay.
I can't remember. Why did she go to his house? Was she passing by and like wanted to ask him for help or something, or?
I
There had to
think
be a
that he
reason.
was the one who was telling her about the church and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think he told her like little things about the church at first.
And she was like, okay, someone's got to be weird with the church.
Yeah.
Like,
So she goes there to find out some more stuff. She ends up finding this wedding video of
and
him
while
and his husband.
while she's there, the boyfriend's going back to the cave when she told him not to go to the cave. She said, stay there.
Yeah.
He went to the cave to investigate all by himself, by the way.
Yeah, and at the cave he finds this monster that's the previous couple, and they're fused together, but the husband had killed himself mid-fuse, so the wife is basically stuck.
And she's still alive by the end.
Yeah, she's alive and stuck in this monster, attacking him.
Not even really attacked. She never attacked him. All she did was trying to grab at him and be like,
yeah.
please help me, kill
Yeah,
me.
I
And he
guess.
was just scared shitless and
guess,
ran
yeah.
away. Which, that is, can you imagine being half fused with your dead partner just rotting away, and you're just this constant pain in the dark for years?
Yeah.
And we don't even know what happens to him after.
Did they not die from starvation or something? Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe it was, I'm saying, like, maybe, I don't know how long they've been in there.
I feel like it was only a couple months, but still months you would die from something, starvation or something.
I don't know. Maybe they're, like, feeding off each other in some way.
Maybe.
Because I think they live a lot longer when they're fused. I think that was implied in the movie.
Maybe. I mean, it could be possible.
Because, so the whole lore behind this movie, which after she goes to the house and she sees this wedding video, which wedding video is it's a cult initiation. She goes in this closet that's filled with all these gowns everywhere, and this video's playing, obviously purposely playing for her. He left it on, where they see that they cut each other's like arms. They drink the water and they like let their arms sit because their blood is fusing, and they just slowly morph together on the ground while like the cult is like clapping and cheering in this church. This church, by the way, something happened where it just collapsed in on itself and is now fused with the ground, which I think I'll talk about what I think about it later. So they come in. I forgot what was I saying earlier.
You were talking about the wedding video or something.
Before that.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. The lore behind this movie. Their cult believes that, I guess they might be right because this actually works, that Zeus, human beings used to be two people together, like two, like, and he thought they were so powerful that he split them apart.
I did like that they added some kind of mythological aspect to
That's
it
cool.
because it brings more to the cult idea that they're following something from a long time ago. But I really like that. So yeah, they said that men and women were like one, basically, with 4 limbs, or 4 arms, 4 legs, 2 heads or whatever, and it was too much. They were too powerful, and they split them apart. Which,
this is kind of crazy. I guess the cult's kind of right then.
Yeah.
Like, that was how human beings were meant to be, and are you sure they meant 4 arms, 2 heads? Is that really the thing? Because when they fuse, they're not like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think so. I think that's what they said. They said, I remember specifically, they were like, they have 4 limbs, or 4 arms, 4 legs, all that stuff, and then it made them too powerful or something, I think. But yeah, that was pretty cool. They make it so it's basically like this mythological thing, and yeah, you're right. They were right, or Zeus was right.
Well, not Zeus. Zeus is the one that split them apart.
Oh yeah, Zeus was wrong.
But the cult was right that like there's some
mythological thing.
Yeah, and also he is a fused version. That wedding video is them. They're fusing together. So you learn he's a fused version, and he like seems really happy.
And it's really cool because when she's
like,
trying so basically he cuts her and she tries to escape him and she like hits him.
And like they like unfuse.
And his like brain, like his head like defuses a little bit. That's really cool to think about too. So they're not like completely permanently fused. There's some way they can be,
if they get harmed enough, it's like
somehow separated.
But he doesn't seem like he didn't act like it was super painful.
I would like to see a sequel to this movie. I think, like,
or a prequel, maybe like more of the cult to see how the church fell.
Because technically, he's not like the villain antagonist. He's not really done yet. Like,
because he didn't force her to drink the water.
We could see more with the main characters and how they could continue, and see their merged version if they could separate at any point.
Well, I mean,
how that is living together, and then maybe seeing another couple or something else, like something different. Like, I don't know.
Well, what I'm thinking is that it is kind of
like, what if it's not a couple? Also, like, does it still work if it's...
That's the thing that's like, the bad part about... No, I don't... Like, because the dogs aren't a couple and they fuse. It's just whoever drinks the water, which is bad.
Right, so like if it was like a kid and a dad that went down there and then they fused together, like, that's possible.
That might be... So, that might be another thing. Maybe the cult isn't right. Maybe they did find this thing and they made the religion around it.
Maybe. Because
that's the bad thing about... I'm saying him particular isn't bad because there's no way to reverse it, and he didn't force her to drink the water, they just did. And he was saying, you just gotta he was basically telling her how to do it without dying painfully. He says, if you don't do this way, it's gonna be way worse. Mm-hmm. So technically, the cult itself might be the real villains of the story, because it's this idea of like pushing.
True, but also when she first met him at the beginning of the movie, he told her about the hiking trail and about where to go hike. He told her specifically.
Oh, really?
At the beginning of the movie, she sits down with him and he's like, have you explored the area? Remember, he's like, have you explored before? And she's like, no. And then he's like, you should go down this way and explore down this way. So like,
never mind then. Then yeah,
I think he was trying to somehow trap them.
He is villainous.
That's the only hint that was like, maybe he is trying to trap them, but
I think no, he is villainous then, because he was. Oh man.
But like, why does he want to?
He was like, I feel like your boyfriend would be stupid enough to drink water in a cave.
I don't know.
Unless, are you sure that didn't happen after, when they're having dinner together? Remember? Because like he came over for dinner and he was like really pissed off.
No, I think it was before that.
Really? Okay.
I think that was his first scene, was when she was talking to him about, that.
Again, I was a little high for the first 30 minutes of the movie. So.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, he's the bad guy. She tries to escape. Basically, they end up coming back together. The meds wear off. They start trying to fuse back together. Tim, basically, he tries to propose. Well, no. Basically,
so he does this dumb thing here, too. I think he's an idiot for this.
So basically, he's going to kill himself because he saw what happened to the other couple.
But then he saw also that when the guy tried to kill himself, they still fuse. So he has no idea whether it actually ends.
Right. I guess that's
what I thought was dumb. I was like, saw, which maybe he didn't see it and he was just trying to like rush out.
I guess he doesn't know that.
You like this movie now?
Like if he died, if he was a dead body, would they have still fused? I don't know.
Yeah, he might not even seen the knife. He might have just thought that's what they're gonna look like.
I guess there's no way to prove it, but he did see, like, because what happened with the other couple is that basically they were fusing already. They were like part way already fused, and
they
then
probably
he
were
killed
so
himself.
scared, and they're like,
But that makes that makes sense, because if he killed himself when they were partly fusing, if they were still fusing together, even if he was dead, they would have fused completely together. But they didn't. So
well, I'm saying
if he died,
doesn't know that though. He is. So the thing
he
is,
saw him. Actually, I think that is true, because he saw the knife, he saw them together, and he came back. He's like, "That's why I need to kill myself. It's the only way to end it," because he knew if he dies, it'll stop the fusing process.
Okay.
So, like, when those two couples were coming together, they were coming together until that guy killed himself. Then they were stuck in that mid stage. So that's what he's saying: is if I kill myself now, we won't fuse anymore. You're safe, and you'll
this
be
is
able to
what's
live your
really
life.
interesting. She's like passing away because of the blood loss, because the cult member basically sliced her arm open to force her to fuse quickly. So I guess he is
Yeah.
he's a villain. He's like, but technically he is right that if they don't do it,
Yeah.
like they're gonna die. He makes her do it faster because of his weird cult brain, but technically he is right, because in the end of the movie, which you can argue whether you think this is good or not, as she's dying of blood loss, she dies first, and he can't accept it. He said one of us has to die for it to end, and he just can't accept it. So he puts their arms together, and she wakes up with them like fusing because her blood has come back. So they're like, all right, like, I love you, let's do this. Which is so interesting to me, because you saw how toxic he was, like, which, I mean, in real life, you argue that, like, well, that's terrifying, you don't want to do it. But the commentary of this movie feels like they're trying to show a toxic relationship. So if we're going through the commentary, he was willing to kill himself instead of committing. It kind of feels like the fusing is a form of, like, commitment for the relationship. Like, they're fully committing now. And right as they're about to do it, he's like, it feels like him killing himself, like his version of being like, I want to break up, I don't want to do this, I can't be together, like, I have to leave you, I can't deal with this anymore. But then when he sees her in pain, he can't, there's just that part of him that still loves her in this codependent relationship, and he's like, let's do it, let's take this huge step. It's kind of like they did get married, like, quickly and without thinking about it, like they made that huge step. But I mean, it's freaky, but it's kind of beautiful in a way. Like, it's terrifying, but they really, like, he saved her life. They took the step to commit, and it's terrifying scene. You, like, see his fingers dig under her ribs.
Yeah, so basically, they decide to fuse together, and I think it's honestly a big part of just, like, they know...
Maybe the relationship is fixed.
I think because he proposes, and she knows that he loves her, and then, like, it's kind of like, also they're just in this situation, like, there's no way to escape it unless one of them dies, so they're just like, let's do it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. In real life, that's probably what that might be what someone does who aren't in love. We were just friends, because they're like, if we don't do it, we might, like, die. But for the narrative of this movie, it feels like they're taking that. It depends on how you see it. It's either this is really, like, like, sudden and quick, and this isn't going to end well, or you see it as, oh, they've gotten past their differences, they are now happy together. Yeah. Which, way back in this movie, they're talking about all this. Hurry up. They're talking about all this fusing happening, and she's like, my parents are coming over. Yeah. And, well, it's the day for the parents to come over. And they are now, them, technically. Yeah. They've been fully fused together. Yeah. Which, it looks a little weird, but...
I'm glad they showed it at the end, because I was scared they were going to end it after they, like, did this big fusing scene. But I'm really glad they showed the ending with them finally, like, in this fused form, because I didn't really know what that would look like between a man and a woman, so just a mixed version of them. I'm glad they showed that. It was really cool. I like the ending. I thought it was good. I did. So what problem do people have with the ending, real quick?
Okay, so from what I've heard, apparently some people went into this movie thinking it was a romance movie. Just going to a movie theater, not hearing much, and seeing the Together poster. Oh. And from what I've heard, I need to check, but a lot of people are saying, like, that people review by the movie because they, like, went in there thinking, people who don't like horror movies, that it's a romance movie, and all of a sudden all this shit happens.
Oh, well, people are idiots. I mean,
just from what I need to check it, but that's what everyone's been saying. But also, it did get weirdly political at the end too. People are taking it and kind of making it some people, not a huge amount of people, are like, oh, they're trying to push an agenda. Or other people are saying, oh, they're trying to say transgender people are monsters. It's when you have a character
I don't
that's
think it's
now...
either.
That's the thing, is like, that's the thing, is that...
I actually don't think it fits into any theme like that.
No, I don't... I mean, if you're I'm saying if you're transgender, obviously you're going to look at it differently than someone like who... We're not like that. But I think the main theme of the movie is just codependency.
Yeah.
A relationship between a man and a woman.
I don't think it relates to any of that, to be honest, at all.
But that's what happens,
But it is a mixed message, because they do combine. They're like this non-binary kind of like person.
Yeah, so that topic does come up. So people
it does
talk
come
about
up
it
as an idea, but it's not trying to push a theme of like something about that. Like it's just
it doesn't feel
that
like
is
it.
what the ending of the movie was.
If you see it that way because you do deal with stuff, that's fine. That's what movies are about. But to make it become like a thing to argue about just feels pointless. Like, why? It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then also people were pissed off too because they thought the ending was like, they didn't want the person to be seen. They thought the ending was dumb, like not scary or anything like that. But everyone I've seen, just they talk about the ending, they don't like it.
I really liked the movie. I think it was really good all the way through.
I think the acting was amazing.
I thought the effects
were amazing.
Yeah, the effects were really good.
It was so creative.
It was
unique.
something very different. Very different. I love the scenes when they're actually like starting to come together. I thought it was really good.
So this movie and another movie are pretty big right now. Do you think it's better than Weapons?
Oh, Weapons versus Together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. So, I think I like... God, I don't know.
I have to say,
I think I like Weapons more.
I think I like the pacing of Weapons a lot more. I love the way the story's told through Weapons. That's what you said. I like
the way Weapons is told as like this chapter format. I like
the characters.
I also like that it tells a lot more of a bunch of different characters. I think that was really cool how they flash between a bunch of different characters and they all come together. I also like the villain of Gladys in that, like just in general. Like I like the iconography of this woman and all this makeup, and she's coming to this town and she's doing all this crazy stuff.
She's been alive for years. And
I think the mystery is a lot better in that movie. Like in this movie, you know that they're just going to come together eventually. Like you know that's going to happen. You're just kind of waiting for it to happen.
Well, no, I mean, we didn't know if it was going to end well, though. That's the thing. What if it ended terribly?
But at the same time, you know at some point you're going to see this fusing process, because if you don't see that fusing process, then you're going to come out of the movie wondering what that would have looked like. If you know these two people are going to fuse together, or the people do fuse together eventually, but you don't know what it looks like, you only see it in the dogs at the beginning. Like, I feel like you have to see it at least once.
I was
very much expecting that they were going to come together.
Together is a much better horror movie.
I think it is scarier. I think it is freakier. Yeah. I think it is scarier.
Like that scene of him like having that nightmare looking across the bed at his mother.
Yeah.
And then like she just climbs up under the sheets.
But I do like Weapons more. I think it's more iconic too. I think it's just, I just love the whole.
It feels more like a classic. It feels more classic.
Yeah.
I'd still put Together an A though. If I was gonna rank, I'd probably still put it in A.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like both of them, but I would say Weapons it's slightly ahead for me.
I might see. I'm so influenced by the way I like movies. It's hard for me to like movies just based solely on how well written it was. For me, it's like I was with my family. I was having a really fun time. I'm in a relationship. So I was looking at it through the lens of me being in a relationship, and that made it more enjoy. I don't have children. I'm not a kid anymore. So it's like it's less relatable through Weapons. It's more relatable through the Together movie. I love body horror. I thought the effects were amazing. I thought it was so unique. I've never seen anything like that. You've seen missing children stories before. Mm-hmm. You've seen witches, boogeymen, stuff like that. But I've never seen like this fusing. It's just so creative. So because everything was so new to me and Together, I think I liked the movie more. But technically, I guess you could argue Weapons was a better written movie, I would say. Maybe. But I enjoyed...
I had problems with Weapons too, though.
Because also, in Weapons, sometimes the meaning behind stuff is a little unclear. But Together, I felt like it was much more clear, like the meaning that they're trying to say behind things. While also making it a little bit ambiguous so that you could see it interpreted in different ways. But yeah.
All right, now we're moving on to our next segment. We were on Together for a little too long, but we need to go on to our next one. We cannot spend more than like 20 minutes on this. So we're going on to War of the Worlds, which unfortunately is probably the title of this video. So I'm sorry if you were expecting more from this.
Wait, we can only talk about War Wars for like 20 minutes?
We don't have that much time. You got to go to work soon. But I mean, we spent like 45 minutes on
We can
Together.
finish it later when we come back home.
No, you got to finish it now.
Fine. All right.
Anyway, that's what I was trying to tell you. We gotta hurry up. War of the Worlds. We watched War of the Worlds. We had heard that it was the worst movie of all time online, and we watched it. And what did you think overall in one word? In one word, what did you think of War of the Worlds?
Why don't you tell me what you think in one word?
I say enjoyable.
I'd say spectacle.
I enjoyed it. I actually thought it was pretty interesting. But I enjoyed it in a different way. Like, obviously the movie, like, kind of sucks. But, like, I don't know. I really like the format. I really like the almost the weird comedy that's in it. And like you kind of said when we were watching it, it kind of feels like a student film.
Yeah, so the thing is that we're going to school for film right now. And as someone who... I mean, I'm sure there's people who are film people that watch this and hated it too. But right now, when we're around other college students who are submitting like their own film and...
Did you forget about your lazy masterpiece? I didn't see you drawing it at all. Okay. I was wondering.
I didn't forget. I know what I'm going to do, but I haven't been working on it that much. But seeing like everyone work on their own stuff at school now and then seeing that, it just kind of reminded me of that. Like a really... Apparently, it was all filmed during COVID.
That makes sense.
It's just been sat there for years for some
that makes
reason.
sense. I believe it.
Also, like, no one, like, has talked about this movie. The actors, Ice-T, who posts, like, a bunch a day, no one said anything about this movie. Any of the actors. They just are not saying anything at all. They're completely quiet. Best actor was Roderick. I thought he was super hot.
One line.
Yeah. Roderick was super hot, as always.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed it. I thought
there's some weird things in this movie
throughout the movie
because it's enjoyable because of how dumb it is. Because like you're telling me that this whole movie is about data or whatever, which by the way, so many things don't even make sense in this movie. A data is stealing. The government's after your data. Sponsored by Amazon. Probably something that literally while you're watching it, there's ads playing that are probably based off your data. Facebook is on there. Which, by the way, that's what makes him snap in the movie when his Facebook, his wife's Facebook is taken away. Not everything being destroyed, and like there's his son is like probably
his son is
dead.
the villain,
but not really. The government is.
Yeah, but like plot twist. Spoilers.
Oh my God!
My son.
It's you.
It's
you.
No way.
I can't believe
Ice Cube's acting in this film is top notch. I think he goes way above and beyond Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I think she is a rock compared to Ice Cube. I mean, he just flies away in this movie and he's just
I can't
awesome,
wait to see him on the award stage.
Yeah, I think he is really good. But I always think it's like a comedic thing.
That is not comedic. They definitely...
It wasn't comedic
because
at first.
You hear the interviews from the director.
Yeah.
It
wasn't comedic at first, but it became comedic how many times he was just like,
dude.
The
director, by the way, they used...
That's not good!
They used a few of the same reaction shots.
Oh, hell!
So they obviously, like, probably filmed a bunch of reaction shots and just, like, threw it on top. They used him sipping his coffee twice. And they did it twice again later, too.
I really like the editing. I honestly think the editing needs...
The editors, nothing wrong with the editors. It's... My brain was starting to hurt seeing that screen for a little bit. It's kind of like when you're doing anything for a long time.
The editing of this film is really, really cool. I think, like, that's the coolest thing to take away from it.
These editors were given nothing, and they did all they could.
I thought it was really good, though, because, like, I mean, you write a script like that, it's really hard to have, like... just one screen. Basically, the format of this movie is it's all on just like a computer screen. Basically, you're just watching a screen.
Bad idea, by the way, Mike.
Bad idea, but I'm glad I've seen it done at least once because I think it was a really cool idea to at least see once. I don't think it works because, like you said, I think
I said I'm watching a Let's Play reaction.
About 45 minutes to an hour in, it gets a little old. You're like, okay, but
which, by the way, he's like his daughter is like dying for blood loss, and he gets out the chair, and you're like, oh my God, and he's like. The doors are locked. He gets back in the chair.
He said lockdown. It's on lockdown.
Doesn't matter. If my daughter, there's chairs everywhere. He's in the glass doors. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, then why?
At first, I thought it was a green screen background, but it wasn't. I don't know. It really looked like a green screen background, but I guess it wasn't.
What does that mean, lockdown?
It was a government building. They locked it all down because there's so much stuff in there.
But like, he's like the only one in this building, by the way.
Yeah, I don't understand. He's like the only.
He's in a
Homeland
room with
Security
several
official.
chairs.
Also, we have to remember, if this event would happen in real life, the person at the top of this would be Kristi Noem. And President Donald Trump. But, so that'd be interesting. I wonder how it
No,
would go in
I
real
think
life.
this movie's made by Republicans, I'm assuming.
I know, but like, at least like,
By the way, I say it's
I
made
don't
by
know.
Republicans because they kind of include Fox News a lot. They show Joe Rogan. They have Tucker Carlson.
is War of the Worlds a Republican propaganda almost? Like
Slightly, kinda, a little bit.
Because that was one thing I noticed. Fox News is like the news
They
network
mentioned CNN
for
once.
almost everything throughout the movie. Like they showed CNN once, but like it was just like a little tiny notification. But every single like news broadcast, it was always Fox News,
And
there was
also,
nothing.
it's like anti-government.
about it.
It's like anti-government, but also you
That's-
love the companies that are also stealing your.
Yeah, it seems really weird, and then it's so pro Amazon, and Amazon is kind of intertwined in this right wing thing right now.
Apparently, Amazon has nothing to do with this, and it was all coincidental. That's what the director said. The director said, "No, it just."
It's
happened
also
to be like
very
that."
rid of any kind of definitely like woke and ideology, if that's the way you want to call it. Like, there's nothing in there. It's all about this family.
It's all about the government. It's all about the
baby.
Well, I'm saying it's all about the government.
Yeah, it does feel like a very right-wing storyline, definitely. Like, to me, I thought that when I was watching it, there was nothing in there that felt like this is, but it also feels so current and so like too modern. It's like this is happening right now, and it's like, I don't know. It was a little too on the nose, but I enjoyed it, honestly. In like
I enjoyed it how dumb it was.
I would watch it again.
I want to be high and watch it, and I would watch it with a bunch of
I would
friends, but
watch it
also high.
The one big thing is that the effects were terrible throughout the whole movie.
The best that they could do, because really,
I guess the budget probably wasn't great, but
the thing that's
these
so annoying
aliens
is that
look
the director seems to be taking himself really seriously.
Oh, does he?
And
Oh,
he's
Jesus.
just like, the way he's talking, he's just like, the internet just took it the wrong way.
Oh, Jesus.
So he seems to
Defend the director! Hot take!
Oh my god.
War of the Worlds is the best movie of
You
2025!
put it on S tier.
S tier.
You cannot disgrace your board. Like that.
No, it's not the best movie of 2025. But I will say it was enjoyable. The CGI was terrible. But I can't really get mad at people for having bad CGI.
Which, fun fact-
that's all the company.
Fun fact, this movie is based on the classic War of Worlds novel that was made in like the 1800s, late 1800s. And that book got so popular back then that someone did a radio broadcast being like, oh my god, Martians are invading this world. Well, it turns out they weren't, but the public that were tuning in didn't know that this was a fake story broadcast, so they actually thought that there was aliens invading them,
Yeah.
and it started a huge panic. And it's one of the first public broadcasts. We learned that.
Oh yeah. I
that's
heard
what this.
about
Yeah.
that. So it's also when he goes into that. He also goes into the files at one point. So he's like all the secret government projects. One of them was Project Blue Book, which is something that conspiracy theories have been saying was going to happen this year in 2025. Project Blue Beam. I'm assuming that's connected to that, which is the idea that the government would stage a alien invasion using holograms on us in 2025 to show control and basically dominate us in some way.
By the way, just really quick, terrible dad.
Yeah, he is a pretty bad.
He's pretty terrible. He's just like, this is so funny. He's spying on them 24/7. He hacks into her MacBook, which by the way, happened several times because he says, oh, she changed her password again. And he's like, I can't believe she didn't want to invite me to the baby shower. He stalks her all the time in her fridge, all of her work. He's named the cameras. And like later when like these aliens are invading Earth and she finally gets to safety, she's like bleeding out. He's like, I understand why you didn't invite me to your baby shower. Like in the middle. And she's like, right now, Dad, are you serious? And he's like, no, I get it.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it.
And
I
like,
think it's so good.
And in his good, he makes this goodbye, which also is why I just feel like
I'm honestly taking it as more of a comedy movie, and I enjoy it more as a comedy movie.
Well,
I don't-
definitely.
It's so funny at certain parts. Like, and movies really don't make me laugh a lot, but this one did. I was just like, especially Ice Cube's acting. He's just like, just the way he acts. He's just, oh.
Which, by the way, what the fuck does he
man.
do? anyone could do his job. I'm serious. Like, anyone, what they show the hacking and surveillance is, it's all him by this guy where he just looks at a bunch of green boxes that tell them whether it's bad or not. There's a scene where he's following this car way in the beginning of the movie, and it says threat level. So at first he's like going through all these boxes, and he's like, okay, green box, green box, green box, green box. Okay, good. But then there's a red box, and it's this car driving past the White House, and it says threat level medium, and he just moves on. So what is he surveilling for? The computer tells him there's a threat level happening, and he's just like, moving on. He doesn't really do... He just kind of like sees videotape and like gets information on it, what is his job? Like, what is so valuable about him?
Yeah.
Like, it's so unclear.
Also,
really.
Facebook Messenger does not work like that.
It does not track your heartbeat.
Facebook in general does not work like that. Okay, so the heartbeat was because she had an Apple Watch one, definitely. Apple Watch tracks your heartbeat.
I'm saying it's not, which means like if it's dead. If she's dead, then Facebook doesn't send anymore.
Yeah, but heartbeat was...
I was joking because in the movie, it shows her heartbeat, and it seems like in the movie, if you die, like, Facebook won't let your messages
I don't know. But Facebook Messenger does not work like that, by the way. War of the Worlds decides that if your family member is dead,
Facebook
somehow,
is like, nah.
when you send them a message, it just pops up at this little red, like, not delivered thing, canceled.
But sometimes it doesn't mean you're dead, though, because the daughter, her message didn't send, but she was alive.
Yeah.
It was a fake out. Which I don't know what.
I don't know. But also it's so weird because at one point, basically, he gets a notification that says, from Facebook that says your memories are deleting. And he goes on Facebook and his whole wife's Facebook page gets like cleared.
No.
He's like,
oh my God.
No, man. Oh, damn. Oh
God. Oh no. I told him, I'm like, this is like my dad, like, watching football. My dad is more emotional watching a Pittsburgh game than seeing his son, like, be struck by a meteor.
But yeah, anyway. But then it's so confusing because after that, they're all going on YouTube and they're putting all these videos. So it's like, okay, Facebook got deleted. But then a little bit later, they literally post the video on Facebook again. Like, the video they posted on YouTube, they posted on Facebook and on X and on all this stuff. But they posted on Facebook and it works and everything's fine.
There's so many things.
Why did I understand if it was just Facebook that went down and YouTube was still working because data centers are in different places throughout the world. But so maybe the Facebook one went down, the YouTube one was still up. But they literally used Facebook later in the movie after they said Facebook was deleted. Like, that, it was just like a completely...
Also,
like,
I love that his NASA friend... Every time she turns on a video, it says NASA in the corner. Her last name seems to be NASA because of government official, it's her first name, last name, NASA. Just to make it clear, she's with NASA, which we don't know what position she is. We don't know why she keeps FaceTiming this random guy who's on surveillance and being like, look at this.
I probably would be like that in real life, though. Because you talk to so many government
They would
officials,
not be their first name. It would be their last name. And also, on, like, tracking her name is... It would be first name, last name, maybe position of, like, where they are. But also, it doesn't say what position she's in and out. It just says NASA.
Yeah.
Also, really, it was another thing. Oh, yeah, when he finally listens to his son, which, by the way, his son is, like, the secret hacker, sends him a bunch of files, he's immediately convinced. Immediately. He's like, oh, my God, you're right. And he comes in, he makes this video, and he photoshops his face onto a hacker's... a stock image of a hacker, and he slow fades his face and like, yes, I am now a hacker, and like all the hacker Reddit bros are like, bro, that is so badass, that's so cool.
Also, Marvel reference, Agent Coulson, Officer Coulson of S.H.I.E.L.D. He is our DHS Secretary of Homeland Security. He was the bad guy in the government surveillance, basically, and he was arrested at the end.
Yeah, after Amazon saved the day. Yep. And also, it's so funny how they said it like 3 times. They said, what, so you can know what's in your Amazon delivery cart?
Yeah.
Not sponsored by Amazon. What? We're not, so you can know what's in Amazon, because Amazon doesn't stand.
That's how the movie ends. He's
Amazon,
like, they offer him a job, and he's like, I don't want to know what's in people's Amazon delivery cart.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch you. And the guy's like, what do you mean? And they just hang up. Like, it's like, oh no, he's such a good hacker. The government's gonna get found out. oh no, it's not like he's gonna lose all of his equipment and access to everything that oh no. Which, by the way, it is so funny. He's writing this letter to his children, like early, like the world is ending. He's like, oh, I guess I should send my letter to tell my kids I love them through email. And he puts a subject: being a parent is hard. Not I love you or you're my best. Being a parent's hard. Okay. I have been protecting you guys and watching you. Here's all these photos of surveillance photos I've had of you this whole time. I've been keeping up and watching you 24/7. And for the first part of the letter, he only writes his daughter's name because he got in an argument with the son. And then after they make up and the son's like a badass hacker, then he includes his son's name.
And Dave.
And Dave. So, but by the way, he had it scheduled too, which seems to me like he was about to go on this dangerous adventure to get the USB delivered by the Amazon drone, which saved the day. Really badass Amazon drone. It is like, phew, dodging lasers. But he gets this USB, he plugs it in, and he might be dead. So he schedules the email to come in later, which means technically it feels like that just in case he didn't die, he can go back and like unschedule. Because why didn't he just send it immediately?
Yeah. So yeah, basically these bugs are attacking the data centers. His daughter's like this biological engineer, so she has this like cannibal virus that they use basically to put into this hard drive.
Best line.
Her boyfriend is an Amazon driver, so he
Amazon tape saved the day too. Amazon tape saved her from bleeding. Which, by the way, this very smart person was bleeding, and she took out the only object that was stopping her from bleeding. And she said, "I thought if I took it out, it would stop me from bleeding." And then Amazon tape saved the day. So, also, best line in this movie, they said, it's biological, which means you can kill it. And someone says, that hasn't been tested yet. Really think about that line. It's biological, which means you can kill it. That hasn't been tested yet. What do you mean? What does that mean?
Anyway, yeah, he places an Amazon order for a flash drive, and then the boyfriend flies him in a flash drive with the drone. Which was pretty interesting. There's like this fight scene basically where they're all working remotely basically and doing this big fight scene, and they save the world, and they get the flash drive there and he plugs it in. Her cannibal thing devours everything, but he ends up surviving.
But the U.S. government was about to bomb Washington.
Yeah, they were about to just bomb the thing. So that was about the end. And then he decides he doesn't want to work for the government anymore. He wants to be with his family.
He wants to keep an eye on the government instead of the government.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it enough. I don't know. I don't think it was like terrible. I mean, it was bad.
It's a terrible movie, but it's a fun terrible movie.
Yeah.
Also, it is totally propaganda for big companies, big tech too. They're like kind of pro Tesla too, a little bit. Which you can like and use Amazon, but I don't think it's good to believe that they definitely aren't stealing your data. And Facebook, which got sued for stealing people's data.
Okay.
Which, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, we're going on to The Mist.
Yep.
We watched The Mist a couple weeks ago, so we can go through this pretty quickly.
Yeah, Otis, do you have... Sorry, other cat Otis has something to say too?
Yeah, Otis. I mean, Otis, what are you trying to say?
I think that's very insightful.
Okay, Otis.
I've never looked at it that way before. You know, I love the way he uses his words.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
He's so adorable.
Anyway, in The Mist, basically, this thunderstorm happens. A tree falls on this guy's house. Him and his son leave, go to the grocery store, basically to pick up some stuff.
Because there's a storm coming, and you know every American family likes to get like 5 loaves of bread when there's a storm coming. So they go to the store, and then basically this mist comes into town. And it's actually a really good intro. This old man running through the parking lot, like freaking out and getting locked in the store, telling him to like lock the doors. It's pretty good intro to what The Mist is.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. This movie is a really cool. I think it's a really cool take on society. In society, it's kind of like Lord of the Flies. Have you ever heard of that? Where the kids get trapped on the island, and you just see like the animalistic like behaviors that are just deep inside us that when something like this happens, that's always going to come out. It's honestly like, even in The Walking Dead, we get that. Like,
interesting thing, by the way, they did kind of a Lords of the Flies test between girls and boys. The girls kind of like thrived, just had like bad gossip between them and like arguments, but the boys like destroyed everything. So
yeah.
Cool experiment.
So basically, the main character is David Drayton. He's played by Thomas Jane, who we saw at Comic-Con a couple weeks ago. They get trapped in the supermarket, and by the way, there's tons of Walking Dead actors in this. There's Carol.
Yeah.
And she's
a badass. She's a fucking badass,
She's
dude.
missing her kids.
This is literally Carol from Walking Dead. I'm convinced like the world went back to normal and then
Walking Dead happened.
Yeah. Well, no, this was after she became a badass.
Okay. Yeah, she was like, my kids are at home, and then she leaves, and then we find out at the end she's actually alive.
Fucking badass.
But also from The Walking Dead, we had Andrea. She was like one of the main characters too, like the blonde girl that was with him. That was Andrea. And we also had Dale. You remember Dale, right?
Yeah.
So he was in it too. They were all on the same side. I actually think that this movie came out right before The Walking Dead aired. Frank Darabont, I'm pretty sure, directed this movie.
Sorry if you keep hearing.
Yeah, Frank Darabont directed this movie, which he directed the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. He was the showrunner for the first, not directed, but he was the showrunner for the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. So because of their work on this movie, he took them and then put them into The Walking Dead. So this movie was actually a stepping stone for them to get into The Walking Dead. Yeah, basically Carol leaves. We don't see her again until the end. Andrea and Dale, basically there ends up being this religious woman, which is what will happen in almost any
there's always going to be there's always going to be some religious leader.
There's always going to be someone who,
because it's the best way for people to cope is to blame it on some spiritual event.
So she ends up coming out and like blaming. She starts just going like wild. Basically, the people, they end up going out of the store to just like see what's happening, to see what the mist is, and they find out it's basically
fucking
spiders.
Basically hell.
Yeah, it's just these spiders that are basically like,
not just spiders, there's tentacle creatures.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
There's like insects, flying insects. Like it is just like basically hell. Like someone opened up a portal to hell.
Eventually they fight the spiders, and then they come back to the
barely any of them survive. I think a lot of them end up.
Yeah, they come back to the store, and basically there's these 2 military guys, and the 2 military guys reveal that it's basically this experiment up on the mountain. Which,
in their fanatic panic state, they blame them, which there's no way that it was all their fault.
Right.
Like, they were just.
But it's believable that they go after them.
Yeah.
And they basically go after them, and they end up like throwing the guy out into the like mist, like sacrificing him almost because of what he did. At that point, the religious lady starts going like crazy. She wants the boy sacrificed, the little boy.
No, she just wants to take him. She doesn't want him sacrificed.
Yeah, she does.
No, she tries to take the little boy from them, I think, and then they try to sacrifice the father. Like they in her mind, she's saving the child.
The next morning, Mrs. Carmody demands Billy be sacrificed.
The child?
Yes.
Are you sure? Really?
Yes. She was like, he needs to die. We need to kill him. We need to do a sacrifice. That's where she went like crazy. And all the people, remember? Because all the people were like, yeah, and they were all like going to attack, and they were about to go to war. Like,
I don't remember. I thought they were just saying they need to save him or whatever.
No,
like,
she wanted to kill him, like for religious reasons, basically, like sacrifice him to the gods, basically, because I don't know. I don't like. She was going wild, but basically,
I was very happy when she died.
They end up shooting her.
Yes!
They end up shooting her, but because they shot her, they kind of like oust that group from the store and they leave. By the way, if this was me and I was ousted from that store and got into that car, I would have immediately drove my car into the front of that store and killed every single one of them.
Yeah, try to sacrifice your son, try to kill you.
Seriously? Like they put all of them out there. I don't care. I'm not gonna, because they all end up living. All those people in that grocery store ended up living. Yeah. There's freaking crazy people. Like I would have turned my car around, backed into the glass, and let all those spiders.
How do you operate after that?
And I would have drove away.
Do you just like go to the grocery store like the next day? You're like, like, hey Tim, sorry about,
I would have let them all die. Absolutely would have let them all die. They're
the best
all
characters in the
assholes.
movie die in this movie, by the way.
Yeah,
It sucks.
They're all assholes.
Because eventually the huge twist here that like this twist is like talked about in a lot of videos.
Yeah, so basically they drive off,
They see
their
what the
gas
mist
runs
is.
out. And I actually knew before this movie that there was a big twist at the end. I knew that there was something.
even
And I
before-
also knew that it differed from
Even before the gas, they
source
go to the
material.
house just to see his wife, and his wife has been murdered. Like his wife.
Oh yeah, they go see the wife.
Yeah, the house has been destroyed. He's with this other woman. I don't know who this woman is. Do you remember? I couldn't figure out who it is. Like she's just kind of becoming the mother replacement for.
She was just there, kind of like helping out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember who she is.
Basically, they go. He runs out of gas. The car stops. Basically, he sees the big monster, like the really big one.
He's
too.
just like, there's no one like coming. Like
He's just like, this sucks. And then he looks at the gun, and there's only enough bullets to kill all of them except one of them. So he basically decides to.
he'll sacrifice himself. And
Yeah. So spoiler alert for the movie 20 years ago or whatever. He kills every single one of them in the car, including his child. And then, like, immediately after, he's regretting his life, and then...
Well, no, he gets out. He just starts yelling.
Yeah, he starts
he wants
yelling.
death to come.
And then all of a
immediately.
sudden, the military comes in, and
immediately starts flamethrowing
it's all
them.
good.
And he like
pretty,
sees like he
pretty
sees
crazy.
the trucks driving away with like people being rescued, and oh my god, it's so bad because he doesn't. It's not just these aliens just kill you. They like it is a torturous, long, painful death for a lot of these. So that's why he wanted to just end their lives right then and there. Especially like he doesn't want his child seeing the horror of this world.
Yeah.
And they're not going to live. They're not going to make it.
So yeah, it's a really sucky ending for him. He has a pretty terrible life.
A good movie.
Probably
That
killed
wasn't the
himself.
original ending in the book.
Yeah, so in the book, the original ending was they just drove off into the mist, and that was it. It was
I
like
think he said that he likes the ending of this more.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said he
Stephen
liked-
King actually embraced it, I think. Also,
yeah,
the
way
origin
better.
of the mist is very vague in the book too. They don't really go into the military operations.
No, I mean it's just they just say they open up a portal, and I mean that could mean anything. It could mean a portal hell,
They don't
portal to
really
the
go into
universe.
it, though.
Yeah.
Overall, I think this movie was very enjoyable. I thought it was I like movies that give a critique on the way we would react in these apocalyptic situations as a society. That we
There's a few cheesy, corny ass lines. There's a few things that I was like, I don't think they happen.
It reminds me of The Walking Dead, honestly, the way it's shot, and it makes sense because he ends up being The Walking Dead in first and second seasons. It literally feels like second season of Walking Dead, like the way it's shot, the way it looks, the way it's color graded, everything looks exactly like the first season of The Walking Dead.
The dialogue feels
themes
a lot
are
more.
very
The
similar.
dialogue feels a lot more natural in The Walking Dead than this movie.
But they do
But
address.
it's like the Stephen King kind
they
of
also
campy.
address similar themes, though. Like, how would we be in this situation where the world's ending, and how would we turn on each other and want to kill kids, or
Yeah.
throw people out? For
How would
religious
people when
reasons?
you're seeing basically demons outside, like the only way some people would want to cope probably is think that they can be rescued through some spiritual figure, and they want to harm whoever is coming in the way of that. But yeah.
Yep. And then, okay, so let's see here. Are you pretty much done your lazy masterpiece?
Yeah. All done.
Okay, so we're gonna go into a new segment called Drake's Rant of the Day.
Oh, I was gonna say big fucking board. Okay.
No. Drake's Rant of the Day.
Yep. And does this have anything to do with
Okay.
any of our movies at all or anything like that?
So my rant of the day is, I have this rant every time I go to Dairy Queen.
We were just talking about War of Worlds and
Dairy
and
Queen,
this, by the way.
Dairy Queen is okay. So basically, my rant of the day is that in movies and in TV and in just culture in general, we think of someone going to eat a pint of ice cream as like this depressing, like last stage of your life, like bottom of the barrel kind of thing. Like if you eat a pint of ice cream, you're sad, man.
They do
Like,
it with Chinese food too.
right, and you go and like tell your friends like, I ate a whole pint of ice cream last night. Like, oh, like her boyfriend broke up with her and she eats a whole pint of ice cream, and it's like so unhealthy, but like it's a pint of ice cream. Like, so I think about that in movies, and then I just think about the fact when I go to Dairy Queen, I get a Blizzard, and a medium Blizzard is literally like the exact same size as a pint of ice cream, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit that you're eating a medium Blizzard, but everybody gives a shit that you're eating a pint of ice cream. If you go and tell people, I ate a whole pint of ice cream last night, they're going to be like, oh my God, like, fat ass.
You're not helping these comments that called us fat.
But
Someone just said, we had a comment where they're like, why are they so sweaty? Which, by the way, these intense lights and air conditioner behind us. And someone replied with, because they're fat.
yeah, like a pint of ice cream is like this big. A medium blizzard from Dairy Queen is like this big. Like it's bigger than a pint of ice cream. Like, but why are people normalized with just going to a pint of ice cream? Maybe it's just America, but why are we like in movies and TV and in culture?
They're both not healthy, by the way.
Both are not healthy, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just think about it every time I eat a Dairy Queen Blizzard, and I'm just like, this is...
The fact that you're saying this in a Hamilton powdered wig.
This
and
is
you got your notes out, too.
This is same or more than a pint of ice cream. Like, a pint of ice cream's nothing.
I hear what you're saying, and I think you're very sane for saying it.
Thank you.
Yeah. My thing that I would rant about is that why is it that whenever they're trying to show someone who's like down in their luck and don't have a lot of money, they're always eating Chinese food? You know how expensive Chinese food is? It's so expensive. That's something I get when I'm like, I got extra money. I'm going to get Chinese food.
We're also going to have a debate today. This is a pretty hot debate. Yesterday we got into this debate, so everybody, okay.
Drake, no.
Okay, when you poop, you almost always pee. Like 99% of the time, every time you poop, you pee at the same time. But when you pee, you don't always poop. Your thoughts?
This little argument started yesterday because I had to pee, and then Drake earlier. Drake. Earlier.
You gotta talk quicker.
Drake!
We're on shorts.
Okay.
We're on TikToks.
I'm gonna strangle you. Because we have this whole thing starting off because I just said I had to pee, and then you said you pooped earlier, and I was like, what the fuck does that got to do with anything? And then you were like, oh my god, because you pooped, you must have peed earlier. And I said, no, I didn't. And you were like, what? Everyone pees while they're pooping. Don't make your little correction. So then I was like, I don't. And then you said, call your sister right now. So we called our family members, and we started yelling, and then we started making little specifications in our argument.
No, I did not. I said the specifications at the beginning. I said, okay, and literally, I'm saying 99% of the time with like 99%
I know
of people
pee while I'm just saying that it's
okay,
not common
but
for
what
me.
I'm saying is 99% of people, 99% of the time, when they pee, they poop, or when they poop, they pee. And that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that 99, that's a lot. That's a lot. All I'm saying is there are small exceptions. The fact that maybe you poop multiple times in the day, so you already peed with the other poops, or what
kind of images am I supposed to be putting up during this TikTok?
Pooping. Or you just peed before you pooped. But every time you poop, you pee. That is the end of the conversation. Let me tell us what you guys think in the comments. But like, I think I'm right. I've seen the memes online.
This is going to be the most replayed video.
I've seen the memes online. I've seen the memes online, like where the guy, like it's like a meme, and it's like you always pee when you poop, but you don't always poop when you pee. I've seen that.
I'm gonna cry. You know what? I gotta tell you something. Come here. No, come here.
But anyway, when Justice poops, she pees separately.
Come here. Let me tell you something.
No, give me my wig back. Seriously, I like my wig.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here you go. Alright. Like seriously, what images am I just pulling up like pieces, like pictures of real shit and piss? Like wow, looks perfect, Drake.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks. Why does it look better?
It doesn't at all.
It looks better than it did.
You have giant hairs.
Anyway.
Okay. Can we get to your board?
No, wait, we're not done yet.
I gotta work in like an hour.
We actually gotta watch some trailers.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You had to put the pee poop debate in there. We could have filled up with some other media. You had to put the piss and shit debate. And that might be one of our most viewed. That might be one of my most viewed videos. There might be a small chance that the most viewed fucking video we have is us arguing about piss and shit.
Okay.
Do you understand what this means for our careers? We will be grounded on piss and shit.
Okay.
And you don't
This
give
week-
a shit about it.
This week, Ice Age has announced a new Ice Age movie, Ice Age 6, called Ice Age Boiling Point. Have you seen the Ice Age movie?
This is my boiling point.
Movies? Have you seen the Ice Age movies?
I loved the first Ice Age movie. I grew up with it. I just want Ice Age to die.
This is
I just need it to die.
This is
it
the-
does not need to continue. No one gives a shit about the Ice Age movies.
When was the last movie come out? When
I
did it
don't
come out?
know. It was like forever ago. It was when the first movie started with just them returning a child to.
I can't wait because when Ice Age Boiling Point comes out, we're gonna have a podcast before. I'm gonna get rank all the other Ice Age movies, and then we can watch.
They just
Ice
get
Age
worse and
Boiling
worse. They just get worse and worse and worse. Except the third movie. The third movie's kind of like probably the second best one.
I don't know. I don't really remember Ice Age that much, except that I use the skins in my Minecraft world as
It went
characters.
from a mammoth returning a child to their like homeland, or their father, to like a giant meteor UFO crashing into the earth, and them and like 50 other characters trying to stop the world from ending. And also there's dating websites that they go on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it though.
At one point, they are inspecting a piece of shit, like literally like a pile of shit, in the last movie. I think that was a good embodiment. There's a ironic twist in some movies that are so bad, and there's just like an image of like characters around shit, like the Pinocchio live action movie. I don't know what it is. It's just like somebody sneaks it in there. They're like, this movie's shit. Why don't we just put that in there?
Okay, the next thing. Let's get it on here. You keep talking. You talk and to entertain the people. We're gonna get the thumbnails. Thumbnail pictures.
Okay. Why don't you play our video? Let's watch our podcast while this one's going on. Vanessa! That's not part of Hamilton. Why do you ride like a running out of time?
All right, we have the first real official trailer for Marvel Zombies.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking destroying my ears.
Let's go! Is there a virus infecting your system?
All the Avengers are dead,
Yelena.
and they're coming for us.
Hey.
Alright, we got a world to save. Need more.
Shit.
What?
Oh shit,
Yay.
that's cool. Blade,
Whoa.
I think. Yeah, it's Blade. Shit. We're getting Blade in animation before getting Blade in live action.
Oh my god, dude. Before just getting this movie.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
That's how you do that then.
Miss Marvel,
Yay.
that looks cool.
Of course, Aquafina's in it.
Ironheart's in it too. It looked like her name was in the main cast. That looks cool.
That does look pretty fun.
That looks awesome.
Probably, I really enjoyed the zombie episodes and the What If.
Yeah,
series.
Marvel Zombies. So what? We got Miss Marvel. We got Melina.
It's interesting because apparently the comic went pretty downhill. I think, like the original Marvel zombie comic, I think it got really bad.
And Marvel Zombie comic was written by Robert Kirkman, who wrote the Walking Dead comics.
But people, he seems to have a weird thing with like ending stuff.
Yeah,
he's had a record for that. But
I don't know. I'm really excited for that. It looks really cool. I'm glad they're going.
Who's that guy with the elf ears? Is that from Thor 2?
Namor. From Black Panther 2.
Oh.
The ocean guy, your favorite villain ever or whatever.
Shit, yeah. No, I never remember his name. I always call him the Footwing guy.
Oh.
I haven't seen the movie in years.
Looks really cool.
That actor are pretty sick. Wicked for good. Oh, I've seen this trailer like a million times.
There's a new one.
Oh.
Or at least I thought there was. It said there was.
2 days ago. Oh,
well, maybe I was wrong. Never mind. I thought there was a. Anyway, we also got this week the announcement. Hold on.
You gotta work in. Oh yeah. That was
this
fast.
week we got the announcement that James Gunn is officially developing Superman 2 called Man of Tomorrow. Not called Superman 2 or Superman Man of Tomorrow. It is called Man of Tomorrow. Also, though, just to reiterate a thing that happened in the past, though, Superman, the first movie, was called Superman Legacy originally when he first announced it, and then it was just changed just to Superman. So we may see this change, obviously, but he said on Twitter, also, by the way, I love how James Gunn just responds to people's questions on Twitter. Like, we've never had just somebody do that. Like,
no,
when there's
we haven't
like
really had a main head like be so.
When there's rumors that come out for like DC stuff, and he's just like, no, that's not true, or he's just like, I don't know, you have to see, or like, I don't know, I just like that. Or
He's very interactive.
Stuff. He's very interactive. So, yeah, we're gonna see Superman 2. Obviously, this is the picture he posted with it. The Lex Luthor and Superman.
Is this something based off of the new movie, or is this an older picture? Because that looks just like his Superman.
I think this is the comic, but
that looks just like his Superman.
Yeah,
that one doesn't.
I don't know. I think this is from the Superman Man of Tomorrow comic, from what I understand. Maybe not though.
It looks just like.
So, in theaters, July 9th, 2027, we're going to see this movie. We're going to see the continuation of Superman. I'm really excited. I love the last Superman movie. And this is what we need to get back to of superhero movies. We can get a sequel quickly, not 5 years, 6 years down the line. We need,
after everyone's moved on, to watch
2 years, 3 years max between things. Like, from COVID, we have this thing where we just now take many years to produce things. TV show seasons.
It's because they always just change things.
I understand TV show seasons have gotten more production heavy, so they take longer to make now, but there's no reason why Wednesday season 2 should have taken 3 years. House of the Dragon, every season takes 2 years. Like, I mean, maybe House of the Dragon makes sense. I don't know. I just hate it. I don't know. But there's some shows it should not take 2 years. I mean, there's some shows right now that are running and they're going year after another, and it's fine, but we need to get back to that. It just
comes from a place of wanting to see what we love.
I'm really excited about this. I haven't read the comics, obviously, so I don't know much.
They said obviously.
Anyway. All right.
Here it is.
Hold on.
Is it happening?
Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, it's happening.
Can you get my tape on these, please?
You got scissors?
While I'm doing it. So why would you need scissors?
To cut this.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Just need tape on the back of them.
Oh, okay.
It's time for Drake's Big Fucking Board!
This board is so big.
Today we're ranking The Mist, we are ranking War of the Worlds, and we are ranking Together.
So happy together. So why don't you first just rank The Mist, since we talked about it the least.
Okay, well, go ahead and give it to me.
There you go.
First, we're gonna rank The Mist, the old little movie, The Mist. We watched this just
Very
recently.
trending right now.
Yeah, it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I was asleep through part of it, but that was not because the movie was
so
boring.
good.
I was tired, and then I woke up, and then I watched the rest of it. I really like The Mist. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really like stand out to me a ton though. So I think for the most part, it's above average. I love the ending. I think the ending's really good. I think what they do with it's pretty cool. It's good for the time. I think the acting's good. The twist is good. I'm going to put it in, I don't know. I'm going to put it in B because I like it, but I don't know. I feel like if it's an A, I love it, but like it's not perfect. So I do like it, but it's not like amazing to me. It's very slow paced, very on its own, but I'm okay with it being like that. So that's where I put it. I put it in B.
We have Together. We'll save the best movie for last, of course.
Now we're ranking the 2025 movie Together, starring Dave Franco and Allison Brie. The movie where they merge bodies and become
They have the weirdest sex ever.
Non-binary.
No, they become they, them. They have both.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, no, non-binary. You're
thought non-binary
you're
is-
not one or the other.
I thought non-binary is
You're not
neither.
male and you're not female.
But them, they are female and male. So they're both, technically.
So
them.
they're
Gender fluid.
all binary.
Or they're fluid, they kind of morph.
They're both binary. They're
That's they, them. That's both, isn't it? I don't know. Let's stop this conversation.
Anyway, we're gonna get canceled. Anyway, Together. I love this movie. I do like Weapons a little bit more, as what we kind of decided earlier in the podcast. So I am going to put it right under Weapons right now in A. I think it's very good. Yeah, very good. I think it's very good. I think it was very interesting. It's above average. I don't think it's a perfect horror movie that I'm gonna remember forever. So I just feel like when I look back at this board, I want to remember all my S tiers. Like I want to be like, I love that movie. I feel like these two movies, although they're good and I really enjoyed them, in a couple years I might forget what they were about and what happened in them.
But are you going to forget what happened in this movie?
All right.
Are you going to move on from
We
that?
are ranking War of the Worlds, starring Ice Cube.
Ice
Oh, shit.
Cube?
Yeah, Ice Cube.
I thought his name... Oh,
Why? Who did you think it was?
I got his name mixed up. Hold on. Isn't his name Ice-T?
No,
Ice Cube?
Ice Cube. Anyway,
Oh,
we're
oopsie.
ranking War of the Worlds today.
Well, Rick and Morty destroyed me. Yeah, I'll explain later. Go on.
Anyway, we're ranking Ice Cube. We're ranking War of the Worlds today. I was told this is the worst movie of all time. I actually enjoyed it a little bit.
It could be the worst movie of all time and still be enjoyable.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it, and I don't dislike this movie a ton. So I'm gonna actually go.
Don't.
I'm actually gonna say.
You're going to disappoint our film professors.
I don't know where to put it. I have no idea.
That's why I told you we need a separate rank for E, which is below F but enjoyable.
It can't go in F because I don't believe it's an F.
So it's time to flip the board around,
no.
Drake.
I guess I'll put it in D. No. Because I don't think it's average. I guess I don't know. I really like it though.
No, but D is like forgettable. F is like so bad, like it's upsetting. That's why we need another rank for movies that are so bad but funny.
Or maybe like really low C's.
No! Stop putting it higher! Put it in between here in the middle for now.
I will put it in D. War of the Worlds is in D because I don't have a category that I really like something, but
You're a
it's
fraud.
not that good. So
You're a fraud.
it's not really that good, but
It was a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes for a time.
I enjoyed it.
was a
I thought
0.
it was
Everyone
enjoyable.
said it was a 0 movie.
I was laughing. I was having a good time. I thought it was a good movie for the most part. I think I had
It's not a
its
good
problems.
movie. It was funny. It's not a good movie.
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
No.
I don't know. I like it. I put it in D, but I do recognize it's a terrible movie. So
You're going to start wearing Amazon merch, Drake.
because I do have to think if this board was more filled, I'd feel bad putting it with other stuff that's probably in C or D. So, but
That's why we need a separate rank. I'm telling you. But yeah, you're going to start wearing Amazon merch and
I don't know.
Be pro big K.
Anyway, it's time for Justice's lazy masterpiece.
Okay, so this character, Ice Cube, was in Rick and Morty, but oh wait, hold on, I need to check if I got this right.
It's time for Justice's lazy masterpiece.
I thought his name was Ice-T.
What?
So he's a giant iced tea in a Zoom call. I was thinking iced tea instead of Ice Cube the whole time. I even looked up iced tea and the T came up and I was like, no, I meant the rapper. So I said rapper after.
So you thought Ice Cube's name was Ice-T, and you did your whole lazy masterpiece off of it being...
Because in Rick and Morty, he's a T. Like, look, let me show you. This is why I got all fucked up. Look, watch. So he's also a cube, but... Is he voiced by... Who's he voiced by?
I don't know.
I'm getting... Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm gonna be a dummy.
I don't know, but this is...
Oh, no.
Ice-T, the rapper, is this guy.
Oh, I got them mixed up. I'm a white loser. I'm such a white loser. Oh, no.
All right, well, that's your lazy masterpiece for today. Well, at least he's still an ice... No, he's not an Ice Cube. He's an Ice-T.
Well, his face is like a cube. He's just T-posing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I thought his name was Ice-T instead of Ice Cube.
Well,
that's why I got the rappers mixed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was really good. Yay! Good job, Justice. It was good.
I don't deserve an applause.
Yeah, it was good. I like it. There's a story behind the drawing now.
Okay.
Anyway.
People are gonna like fucking destroy me in the comments. Oh my god. Make sure to get all of this in for the TikTok, even me sitting here regretting it, because I'm gonna just cut it and split it up real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, that's about it for today's episode of Two Recliners Pod. We have gone through a lot. It was a long episode. We had a lot of other things that we could have done, but we
So
we
disappointed in
stood on
myself.
together for a long time. So we got to get out of here. We
See?
got to get this episode done.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
Next week,
Not even reclining. What the fuck's wrong?
were you not reclining this whole time?
No, I did
Okay.
it to good phone.
Next week we're going to be talking about Wednesday season 1 and 2.
Mid.
Her attitude is getting with me with this Wednesday stuff. She is so negative about Wednesday, and that's getting me upset. It's going to make me put it in S tier just to
Mid.
make you mad.
I'm giving
We're
it a
4
chance.
episodes into Wednesday, and you're calling it mid.
I'm giving it a chance.
Yeah, I'm going to end up ranking it in S tier just to make you angry.
Well, that's just your integrity.
You thought Ice Cube was Ice-T.
Yeah, well, that's funny though.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, we're going to do Wednesday season 1 and 2 next week. Make sure to check out our Hamilton pod. Last week we went deep into Hamilton. And then
You see how deep he is?
we are going to go see Hamilton in theaters because it's out in theaters, I think. So we're going to go see that in theaters. And
We're going to record it all and sell it and pirate it off.
Also, there is a Hamilton reaction video that we did, a reaction to Hamilton. That will come out eventually. I don't know when, though, because I don't have any time to do it. But
I have to pee so
it
bad.
will come out.
I have to pee so bad and I'm not going to poop. Did you just fart?
Yes, you're not going to poop every time you
Did you
pee,
just
but
fart?
you do pee every
Oh my
time.
god. Is that a fart? Did you just fart? Time to end this!
All right, make sure to
I gotta go to work.
subscribe. Make sure to click
My
the
boss better not
notification
find
bell.
this.
Make sure to click the notification bell. Make sure to subscribe and follow all of our social medias. I'm Drake,
I'm just a...
and we should have done that at the beginning, but we forgot because I was singing. Anyway, that's about it. We're out of here. Bye. Two Recliners out.